the workshop on the 14th, which would be the Monday, and to have the council meeting on the 17th. Due to the TML conference is the reason why, for the record, that we are actually changing that date because of the conflict with the conference.
Okay. Councilman?
So we're saying the 17th?
Yes, sir.
I so move.
I have a motion by Councilman Rodriguez. May I have a second?
A second?
Councilman Tejada, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councilman Ortiz?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Next is 3C, consideration and action regarding setting city council meeting dates for October, November, and December. Monica?
Yes, we have, if you look at your calendars, you have, Peanut Festival falls on the first meeting in October, so that would only leave the 22nd for October. If y'all want to leave it at one meeting, we can. If you want to pick another day to have another meeting, we can do so. The
I think you
same.
and I discussed if you had something we could still plan to have.
We can plan to have a special meeting, but I think we have been meeting out. We've been meeting at a good click going forward, and so what I would be recommending is that we not schedule another meeting unless it's needed. We can do a special meeting at that time, or and have enough time to post it. But October, coming after these long marathon meetings we've been having after the new year, I don't see much activity, and if that holiday falls on the holiday itself, Peanut Festival, and we are closed, so it would be hard for us to do so. So staff is recommending that for the month of October that we stick to the 22nd and allow us to have a emergency meeting, I don't want to say emergency, an on-call meeting if we need to.
That's
What would be
5 weeks in
considered-
between meetings, right?
Yes, we will have a financial report at the end of October. At that time, we'll be able to say all of the, this year's closed out, we'll have the final numbers and those kind of things will happen on the 22nd, but it also will give staff an opportunity to compile some things. P&Z will be meeting on the 7th, and hopefully we're having some of those things coming forward. So we're just saying it will give us the time to recover and prepare properly for our meetings. This will be the first meeting of the new fiscal year. So with a card to say we can schedule one as if it's really needed, but I would recommend if we can just stick with the 22nd.
Will, can we do, if it's a special meeting, I just need 2 signatures, and if we need to call a meeting, we can do it. Still has to be posted in 72 hours. I would just need 2 signatures to call a special meeting.
Okay, so it would be the 22nd. May I have a motion?
I so move to approve the council schedule as permitted for the months of October, November, and December. It was the last Thursday, the 22nd October, the second Thursday in November, and then the second November, the second Thursday in December, correct?
Right, correct.
Yes.
22nd,
The 22nd,
the 12th.
12th and the 10th.
12th of November, and the 10th.
And December.
I have a motion by Councilman Nieto. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Councilman Ortiz?
Yes.
Councilman Tejada?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Consideration and action to approve ordinance 2015-024, approving and adopting a budget for the city of Floresville, Texas for fiscal year 2015-2016, beginning October 1, 2015, and ending September 20th, 2016.
Mayor, staff respectfully requesting that we table items D, that we table items E, because we did not have that final overview workshop, and we should have those items to appear again on the September, on the next meeting on the 17th, as well as item G for the collective bargaining for the police department.
So table D, E, and G.
Please.
Can I have a motion?
So move.
Second?
Second.
For item D,
Okay, item E,
so move.
second.
I second.
Go back to item D. Councilman Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councilman Rodriguez?
Yes.
Item E, the same thing. Councilman Nieto?
Yes.
Councilman Ortiz?
Yes.
Councilman Rodriguez?
Yes.
And
Councilman, on item G,
So move.
may I a second?
Second.
Councilman Nieto, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councilman,
Yes.
motion carries 4-0. They're all tabled, Henrietta.
Thank you, and for the record, they will be on the agenda for the 17th. The next item is item H, Mayor, we have representative here.
Going to F, we already did the insurance, okay. And item H, consideration and action to approve the agreement to provide funds, $24,000 from the City of Floresville Hotel Motel Occupancy Tax Fund to the Floresville Chamber of Commerce to be used in the promotion of tourism in the City of Floresville.
Mayor, for the record, you read the wrong amount.
No,
It says
I have the wrong
24,000.
amount on here.
Mine says 20.
That says 42,000.
It says 42. It should be 42.
You're reading from your note agenda, but on the agenda that was posted, the amount is.
42.
42.
Right.
Okay, correction, 42,000.
Madam Mayor, before we get to the presentation, has this been presented to the Tourist and Visitors Bureau?
We have the chamber,
Has it been presented to the Tourist and Visitors Bureau?
no, sir, but I did have
Thank
a quick conversation with the chairman who happened to be present, and he has an opinion, and bring that to you.
Okay, what is it you want to know?
It's been presented to your board.
No, it hasn't been, and I have not heard anything from the figure itself. The concept, I don't have any problem with. I think it's within the realm of what the intended law allows for us, and that is providing monies to the chamber, the Visitors Bureau, for the purpose of bringing in tourists and so on. But the number itself, I can't tell you anything about it.
You have a meeting on
Let
Wednesday,
me
right?
say one thing here. We're still a work in progress, as you well know. We set it up in March, but we really did not get into gear because we weren't allowed to have meetings. Nobody brought it up. And so we're working very hard to establish procedures so that we can give you a better idea on what we think so that you can make a good decision. But in the meantime, I feel that we need to look at things as they come up. We have enough information prepared, not necessarily all approved, as far as forms that require information that we can look at and match to criteria. I think we can look at requests right now that are not going to be what they should be, say, a couple of months from now, where we have a form out there and submit it to us before the meetings. But we have enough information to treat the information at meetings. It'll take a little bit longer, but we can do it. Thank you.
Okay, council, do you want to take action on it?
I don't hear the presentation from the chamber.
We have chamber members present, Mayor.
Okay, Crystal?
Point of inquiry, Madam Mayor, this is out of fiscal year presently in existence, right?
Is it for 2014, 2015?
For next year.
Next year, thank you.
Thank you.
16.
Yes.
Thank you for allowing me the time to go over our budget. We have been working very hard on tweaking the budget, making sure that it's best that we can, ability that we can move forward with the contract that was provided to us. Do y'all have a copy of this? If not,
Yes, ma'am, they do. You should have copies.
It's a 3H.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
Okay, we have it.
Yeah. I have been working with Connie and our treasurer, Laura, and Henrietta, and we have been really working hard to put some numbers together. This is kind of a projected of what we are thinking that we're going to have, our expenses and our income. And so this is, we're asking for the $42,000. It is lowered from the last time when we were here. Reason being is because the last time we were here, we were wanting to have 2 full-time employees and doing some other events and stuff. And so we kind of stepped back and we're like, okay, since this is our first year bringing the Visitor and Tourist Center back, we wanted to kind of not say start small, but start where we can know that we can do a good job and then revisit it again next year. Do you have any questions for me in regards to the budget?
May I ask a question, Madam Mayor?
Go ahead.
19 seconds. The contract that's part of the packet tonight, do you all have any problems with the contract?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Rosenberg, I was noticing that on their budget, they have a gentleman, Jim Miller, providing the website services. That will need to cease after the election, is that correct?
We are actually, I've been talking with Henrietta in regards to working with the city and the website and
Okay.
trying to get it work together. So when you visit the city and you have a question in regards to a business or anything with the chamber, you can just click it and it will go straight over.
Okay, so you're saying you're going to cease that relationship?
We're gonna check our options, yes.
May I just ask, why
According
haven't y'all,
to the attorney, that would be recommended.
why haven't y'all done that prior
What's that?
with that website?
It was always been done by the how do we answer? It's been to where it's always been working with his secretary or Miss Miller, and then with our previous office manager have been working together and doing that. But we've started having a lot of problems here lately with it, and the working together isn't there right now, and so that's why we have already decided. We had talked in the past of going ahead and finding a new one, and unfortunately, actions just didn't take place, and so that's why we are going to be looking very soon on getting a new website for that.
Mr. Ortiz was asking why y'all haven't done it, and, you know, I guess, why haven't y'all done it just by us, by yourselves?
Right.
But, you know, that, I know, me personally, you know, I wouldn't want to handle, you know, hosting and modifications to a website. So
Yeah, it's-
basically without I mean, if I can answer the question, it's probably outside of your scope of expertise,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, and we are all volunteer. We only have one office manager that's there right now that's part-time, and so finding the time for us to go in there and update everything or answer the calls when businesses call and say, you know, can you add this or can you change this or do that? It takes a lot of time, and so that's why we're trying to go out and find someone to do it for us.
On the website issue, I'm Laura, by the way, thank you for allowing us here today. Since I've been on board, which was November, December of this last year, we have tried to look for alternatives. We even had a couple of professional companies come in and give us bids. The bids we were looking at were starting at like 10 grand a year to do a professional website for us. So we have taken that back and scaled it back and looked for something smaller that we can manage, but it's not something that you just go out and create. So we are in the process right now of using Squarespace and some other things as alternatives. We're just not quite there yet.
The marketing/event coordinator, is this someone you're looking to hire?
Yes, we're looking to hire somebody that's full-time that's going to be going out and promoting events going on and trying to bring more events coming in, or, you know, say this is what we have to offer in Floresville.
More annual events.
Yes.
Okay, and then currently, when does the gentleman or lady start for the 4A as far as?
That person will start on October 1. And if we can speak to the website briefly, we've talked about it here before, and that person definitely is one of the things they're going to take in charge of doing that, not only with the chamber, but also with 4A and 4B, so that we can have a good marketing blitz and that coordinating the advertising. We had someone earlier this year talk about advertising to all come to and put it together, and so that's what we're hoping to do.
Now, the marketing director we're hiring on the 4A side, is it just going to be strictly for the 4A or for the city of Floresville?
Oh, it's actually, we should correct ourselves and not say 4A. We're using hotel motel tax, and the 4A came into part because it's at the event center, but it's a hotel motel, and that marketing person is your marketing person.
For the city of Floresville?
For the city of Floresville.
So would it make more sense to have this individual hire a coordinator who's going to be working for him, and they're going to have the same goals in mind, as opposed to, you know, allocating 20,000? What if he feels that he needs someone, you know, with more hours, or he wants to, you know, put some of this money and focus it in other ways? Because I understand that this individual we're hiring is, you know, it's kind of a new thing for us.
And it's
hiring
for us.
an individual outside of, outside of staff to promote the city of Floresville, but yet here we are spending money out of, their budget that they could use and saying, okay, you've got this is your marketing coordinator, we're spending money here and there. Shouldn't this person, if they're in charge of marketing Floresville, they're the ultimate marketer, be in charge of this here?
So the marketing, what we're talking about here is actually that warm, fuzzy, chamber type of marketing. That's what we're talking about here.
I know, we're trying to get away from the warm fuzzy and promote the
Well,
city
when
as
I'm
a
saying
whole.
warm fuzzy,
Yeah, we're trying to-
I'm speaking to the fact when you go and they say, come to Arizona to meet, come to
I know,
Texas.
but we're hiring somebody else to market the city,
But
so
that
we
person-
we should stay away from that.
But his purpose for the one we use in Hotel is the event center.
Good push events.
99.9% of his time should be the city of Floresville to come to his event center.
That's right, so that's what I'm saying, he should control that, so how you get people to the event center, at the same time get people to the city of Floresville to utilize the
Two different
hotels.
missions, though, they are two different
It
missions.
should be two.
It shouldn't be two missions, it should be on the same
It
page.
should be on the same page.
Not different pages, but different goals and objectives. You could have a travelers bureau that comes and say, oh, people came to visit the city of Floresville, they found out where the maps are, they were really helpful for me when I had my local wedding, and where to go eat and have my family reunion. That's what your visitors bureau is gonna do. What the funds for him to market is to get me a trade show, is to get me the events to fill up that event center so that I can
I know,
have it
but
booked every
if
week.
the majority of his budget and funding is gonna come from the hotel motel tax, we should let that person decide where those funds should be spent and how. That's my thing, we should have just one vision, the city of Floresville.
And even if,
Whether it's handled out of the chamber, whether it's handled out of the civic center, maybe he feels that, okay, I need more than 20,000, I need more brochures, I need this, but we're giving this person this fee of tackling and promoting the city of Floresville, so I think he should be involved in determining this budget.
Oh, I think part of I think this is their budget, this is the chamber's budget, and what you're hoping to do is underwrite some of the chamber's budget to do the event center. And what we talked about, and that's part of the agreement, was that we can have a one focus, and I know that was important to the mayor, to have a one focus and say, we want, not just for the chamber members, but for everyone, for them to market the city. And the collaboration will have to happen between the staff of the chamber, the staff for the city, as we go forward, and definitely how we're gonna spend this money, how we're gonna market this money, how we're gonna have the same website and have the different links.
I
That's
don't
just
think that should be
a-
decided by us, it should be decided by the visitors bureau and then the person we're having for marketing, not the city council.
Well, those proposals.
Because we got away from that, we said, we're not gonna do that anymore, we're gonna run stuff through the visitors bureau, let them decide how the hotel motel tax should be spent, and now we're having a marketing person, so they should decide how the hotel motel tax should be spent. So we're just, it's 9/10, we're close to October 1st, this can be done, this can be pushed back to October, November, until collectively they come up with a plan together. The
Yeah, because
visitors
he-
bureau, the marketing person, and then the chamber, but not the city council.
Well, we want to present it to the city council so that you can actually bless
I
it.
know, but
so
it's
it
on
goes
here
forward.
as an action item.
The
But it's not
agreement,
presentations was.
the agreement between the city and the convention bureau.
I don't want to argue with you, I'm just,
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just
giving my
saying.
2 cents, I'm just saying
Yeah, I'm just saying that was a-
that's my vote. I'm not-
and even
I'm
if
not
we
gonna-
hired or have someone that works over there for the chamber, that doesn't mean that they can't work together. I mean, whoever y'all have can come and work at the chamber with our visitors and work together and to promote activities going on throughout town.
And she sits on the committee as representative for the Visitors Bureau.
There's one vote.
And we're wanting that person, that whoever we hire, to put things together, to go out to town and say, put together a folder that they can go. We have people that come to our office and say, what do y'all have to offer here? And right now, our things that we can hand out are very minimal. And so we're wanting to purchase things or get packets together that we can hand that out.
And I agree with that, the packets of the brochures and all that. The only thing I disagree with is the hiring of the marketer. That's the only thing I disagree, because I think that should come from, the marketer of the city of Floresville. I think that he should decide where that money should go. If he wants a part-time person at the 4A, but the handling out the brochures, all that, yeah, I agree with that, because people are gonna come in, stop at your center. But that's the only part I disagree is with the $20,000 to hire a marketer.
So if this other person's needing like another part-time to have help for them, they can
But
can't
that's what I'm
utilize-
saying, I don't know, because
they
I'm not
can utilize our
gonna be
employees.
the marketer. I'm not gonna be in charge of marketing for the city of Floresville, and that's why I want this responsibility now of allocating $42,000 and earmarking it already for the chamber.
I think, and I apologize if this has kind of become a misnomer about this marketing person, and I do have some background quite a bit in marketing. This person is not the same definition as what you're speaking of. This person here is going to be in charge, we've got a prototype, we didn't bring it with us this evening, of a welcome kit that anybody that walks into this city is going to get. That person is responsible for putting that together, making sure that's there, getting it out. We've also proposed a welcome basket for every business, not just chamber members, but any business that comes new to our area. It's a very big, huge basket. Those have to be made. Those have to be delivered by our professional representative that's representing not only the chamber, but also the city. So when we're saying marketing, that's also encompassed in this, with this individual, if that helps clarify any at all.
Crystal, I support the chamber and I support the mission of what y'all want to do. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to vote no, because the person you have doing your website is totally against Floresville. He has done nothing to show that he's pro-Floresville. Comes out, TV, negative ads, negative banners, so he is not a representative of the city of Floresville and the Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Tejada, they've already said that they're gonna take him off.
Yeah, we're
If
already.
that happens, I'll
Just like
support.
Laura has said, that we've already been looking. It's just, right now, the funds aren't there, and we're trying to build things up and make it better. So it's already been, and the ball has already been rolling. We're just trying to find the one that we can make it better.
Crystal, do y'all have to hire this person like right away, or is it something that can wait till we get our person get started and stuff, and then?
Yep, we can
He can
wait
be with
and
y'all
they can
and
work
y'all
together. I
can-
have no problem whatsoever with them working together. That they almost would have to work together because, I mean, that would be
You're gonna be
defeating,
doing
yeah,
something.
they would have to work together.
Yeah,
And
you-
along
you
with
wouldn't
the
wanna
visible
have, two
bureau.
events going on at the same time and take
Exactly,
away from each
so
other.
they would have to work together.
Mayor, can I make a recommendation that we table it till our November meeting? Or actually October, I'm sorry.
For the next, the 17th?
It's in November, the guy starts in October. so-
Okay, to our November meeting, would that be able to give you time to clear up some things?
Madam Mayor, members of the council, you've got an item, and Mr. Todd, you've got an item, Roman I, on page 3, where you can specify when you want the agreement to begin. If you want to fill in that blank, to get this off the agenda.
We can also approve it with minus the 20,000 for that marketing and event coordinator
Sure.
until,
We do it that way.
I mean,
I think the motion was to table it to November meeting.
You okay with that
I
too?
don't think anything was put into a motion yet, Danny.
Yes, it
Well,
was.
maybe you can't hear it down there.
Yeah, he put it into a motion.
Okay.
Can I have a second?
I second.
Councilman Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councilman Rodriguez?
That's fine.
Okay, motion carries 4-0. We'll put it on the 17th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The 17th?
Is it the 17th we're meeting?
I thought you said
November.
November is what I heard, was November.
Well, he just said November meeting, so the meeting we have in November, I think we only have one scheduled for now.
Right, he said November, I thought you said November.
November.
Okay,
November
November.
12th.
November the 12th.
That actually eats up into the fiscal year, right?
Yep.
For the funds,
So next year.
for their funds?
Yeah, it's when those funds become available.
So this doesn't,
Okay.
Then on the 17th, on the November meeting.
yeah.
That's what the motion was.
Do y'all have funds to take care of that month?
Okay. The last item, which is item 4, executive session pursuant to section 551.074 of the Texas Government Code, personnel matters to deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee. This is a review of the city manager's contract for signature. If I can get a motion, please.
Mayor, may I make a request before you go into executive session? The attorney provided me a copy this afternoon with a lot of attachments, which were not part of my original contract for attachments. I believe you have in your colorful folders is there. I have not had a chance to review that.
We have not either, so that's what we wanted to review.
Okay, I just want to let you for the record, there were 7 attachments, and so I haven't had a chance to review.
How many attachments?
7.
Those are the prior directives.
But
Is that even fair to,
When they were part of the prior contract and they just worked.
They were not part of that prior contract with, they were not. They were not part of my prior contract.
I mean, is that fair to give her, you know,
Are you asking us to table it?
Yeah.
I'm not giving it to you, we need to discuss it.
well, it is a review of the contract.
I think it was for discussion because it has to be in effect by October 1, correct?
It should be.
And the
So we
next
can
meeting
still-
is the 17th.
So we can still discuss on the 17th or take action on the 17th after we reviewed it? You're saying review now?
I would say review now so that she can have questions and he has time to fix anything he needs to fix. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I move we go into closed session then.
What were you gonna say, Luke?
Well, what I was gonna say is there's only three things at issue here tonight. One is the items that the managers brought to our attention, or my attention. And I picked them up because I thought they were in the prior contract. If I'm in error, I'm in error, but they're directives of the council, so they're directives of the council until you change them. I changed it so it's gender neutral. So instead of saying his contract or her contract, it says manager's contract. And the other thing I changed was the
Evaluation date.
evaluation date, because when we passed it the last time in May, we all agreed that it should be semi-annually, and we did that without thinking about the charter requirement. The charter says quarterly. Those are the major changes. There's no other changes in there other than some semantics. And the items that I picked up by reference, A, B, C, and D, were items that were in the previous contracts, and if there's an objection to it, they can be deleted.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Nahara to go into executive session. May I have a second?
Second.
A second by Councilman Ortiz. Councilman Rodriguez, how do you vote?
No.
Councilman Nieto?
Yes.
Okay. We will be going in at 8:30.
Madam Mayor, may I make a statement before you go into executive session?
You bet.
Are you closed right now for this session? I just want to know if everybody's aware of the World Heritage designation of the Rancho de los Cabras as a World Heritage Site and what that's going to do for Floresville and with the tourism and the different people that we've come into this area just to see the Rancho de los Cabras, because it is in a par with the pyramids of Egypt and all of the natural wonders of the world. And there will be 200 to 300 people that will be in Floresville from the National Park Service on October the 16th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Rancho de los Cabras. And we are hoping to host that with everybody to be in attendance. We're meeting with the National Park Service again tomorrow to finalize the plans for that. But I really think that this is going to bring a lot more people to Floresville than we've had for a while. And I think that it would also make an impetus of getting something done out there on the Rancho site. And I think this is something that we need to be ready for with I'll just say the chamber or the tourist bureau, to have somebody full staff there. This is something that there is only one in the state of Texas with that designation. There is only 23 in the United States with that designation. And so it's something that we have looked for and worked for a number of years, and it's now here. And I just would pray that we would be ready to take care of
So
it.
you're having a reception?
And the reception will be the 16th of October.
Can you send that email to?
You will get, everybody will get invitations
I'm
to that.
actually gonna meet with her tomorrow.
Yes,
And go
but I
over
just didn't know
stuff to
if
get
the council was aware, because when I asked people, they said, no, we don't know that. So I just wanted to make sure the council was
Another
aware
thing for
that
us to
was coming
promote
on.
for the city, right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, Jason, you're a man of great patience.
I'm sure.